Hello everybody and welcome to Tech Kid. I'm Oliver and today I'll be talking about 3 essential simple circuits that you can do on a breadboard. Without any more words, let's get to it. Alright guys, so this is the list of things that you'll need for this video. You'll need the breadboard, of course. You'll need some jumper cables, the battery pack, the LED, which stands for light emitting diode, a 1K ohm resistor, and a button. Alright, let's look at the first circuit diagram. So we have the battery right here. We have the plus side, the positive side of the battery, and the negative side of the battery. It goes through the wire, through a resistor. The resistor helps slow the unnecessary amount of energy that the battery uses, so that way it doesn't actually burn out the LED. That's what this little squiggly line is. Through some more wire until we hit the LED. And then we circle back around to the negative side of the battery. And that is the entire circuit. So, as you can see on this battery, we have 2 of these wires right here. We have the red as the positive and the black as the negative. As you can see on the breadboard, we have positive and negative and positive and negative. These rows are called the buses. They go vertically up and down the breadboard. So, if you had an LED on the red side and you had the battery down here on the far end of this breadboard, the electrical signals would be sent all the way back to where the LED was. Of course, this would not complete a full loop, but it would still send a signal. So, red to the end of the positive and the black to the end of the negative on the other side. Excellent. Next, we will include this resistor. Since this battery flows from positive to negative, we will stick one of these 2 ends, it doesn't matter. We'll go into contact point 30 on the positive row. And we will put the other side into the alphabetical rows. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. These rows, they go from left to right. All of these rows are connected from left to right. So we will connect this other end of the resistor to one of the many rows. Excellent. Next, it's time for the actual LED. So as you can see, whoops. As you can see on this LED, there is a long side and there is a shorter side. The longer side is called the anode, while the shorter side is called the cathode. The anode is the positive side and the cathode is the negative side. Of course, we want our LED to flow the same way that the circuit does. This is a very important part. The positive goes on the same row as the resistor, and then the cathode, the negative side, can go right across from it. To complete the circuit, we go into the negative row, because this power source is flowing all along these buses, and it doesn't matter where we put it, as long as it's connected on the negative row, and it is in the same row that the LED is in. And as you'll see, it will turn on. Now, if you replace this 1K ohm resistor with a jumper wire, I'll show you. I have many of these red LEDs, so I should be fine. But if I put this side in the positive end and this side right next to the LED, it flashed and now it's dark. So even if I take it out again and I put this resistor back in, I'm pretty sure it won't turn back on. So technically that was just a waste of an LED. But to show you guys, plugging it back in, same rows, nothing's happening. Excellent, we have officially completed our first circuit. Alright guys, so I deconstructed the breadboard again, and we are going to make pretty much a smaller version of what we just did, except it's going to be way tighter. So you could probably using this method, you could probably fit one at each corner at least. we are going to take the positive wire going into the positive, the negative wire into the negative, and our power source is in. So next we are going to take our resistor, like last time, and we are going to put it into one of the positive rows. We can go super tight or way back here, it doesn't matter because it's all connected.
In the great circle of life.
Or like the circle of the electrical current. And we can stick the other end right, we'll stick it a few rows above there. And we can take I got a fresh LED here. So the anode goes onto the same row as the resistor, and the cathode can go back here. And then we can take a new jumper cable. We can stick it into the same row as the cathode and stick it onto the negative side, and it is charged. Awesome. Alright guys, for this last diagram, we have our battery. We have the positive and negative side. We have the same as last time, where we start with the resistor, and then we go to our button. This pretty much just opens and closes the flow between the battery and the actual LED. A diagram of a switch would look something like this. See, there's an open gate here. That means that there would be no flow for whatever components are past this point. But when the gate is closed, then there actually is a current. And as you can see, there's a button here. When the button is up and nothing is pressing it down, it would be like this open switch. And then when you press it down, it would be closed. It goes onto the LED and then back to the negative side. For this third and final circuit, we are going to be using our button, finally. And we can stick this little guy, make sure its claws are not going this way. You can see, make sure they're going sideways, not vertical, like fangs, sideways. And you can stick it anywhere in the board. We can include our battery like we have, red to plus, black to minus, positive to positive, negative to negative, and we can use our resistor. Now for using a button, you want to go from the top right corner to the bottom left corner. So we stick our resistor in anywhere. We can stick one side of the resistor into the positive side, and the other side can go in the same row as the top right one. And then for our LED, anode into the bottom left corner, and cathode into the negative side. Now you notice nothing's happening, but when we press our button, it's so awesome, right? Well guys, thanks so much for watching this video all the way through. I hope you learned a lot today about circuitry. Like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you don't miss an upload. I really hope that this video was really helpful for you and that you follow along with the video just fine. Stay tuned for videos posted every Sunday afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so the real question is, if I do press this button, then we'll see. Oh wow, yeah! This is kind of cool. It's kind of dark in here. Hello?